Dead Space 3, we're doing hardcore mode. We're on chapter 4, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, so we got through the first part. We made it back to the big room, saw Ellie, hit the bench, and now we're ready to move on. The captain's whining about getting out of here, and Ellie's like, we got to take care of business. And it's our first chance to finally hit a suit machine, so time to get my engineering suit on. The suits are more just about your look than any kind of thing now. In Chapter 8, you need to get the Arctic suit to handle the cold weather. But in general, the suits basically don't do anything for you as far as bonus stasis, extra carrying capacity, anything to that effect. All that stuff was apparent in the previous Dead Space games, but in this one it doesn't really matter. So your first time going through Dead Space, whatever suits you decide to buy, you can, but they don't do anything for you. And I wind up just using the default suit that you start the game with. Anyway, I mentioned in the middle of Chapter 3 about all the weapons and the epic packs, that all the resources that I bought. After I set my weapons up, that I would have plenty to set my suit up. And as you can see, I got enough just to roll through and just start upgrading my abilities. And air was my first one, and then the hit points, and a little bit towards the armor, and then do what I can on some of these other ones, and I should be able to upgrade my suit almost fully. As you can see, I'm just rolling through the circuits. I'm just popping them away. Okay, when we get through the suits, upgrading the suit, my buddy's going to take care of his suit, but then a little cinematic television screen is going to come up with the captain pretty much whining about, Ellie's his woman now, and blah, 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 and he's all jealous of you, and whatever. So as long as I got enough resources here, I'm going to just keep upgrading my suit as high as I can. Because there's really not much more I can do with my weapons. I'm not going to really create anything else. So as you can see, I pretty much got this suit almost totally full here. Full. Alright. Unfortunately, my buddy doesn't have all the resources I did, so he's only going to be able to upgrade a little bit. And the important thing is that he gets his air upgraded, so I'm going to just walk over here, get this little thing with the captain whining about Ellie.
Why are you contacting me on a private channel?
Because I need to know if you're on my side.
We're taking sides now?
I know you two had a thing, but she's mine now, and I love her too much to let her do this.
If she's right and this is the marker homeworld, maybe there's a chance of stopping this.
Look, we both know how this is going to end. If they found a way to stop the markers 200 years ago, don't you think we'd all be safe by now? It doesn't add up. Oh, I get it. I get it. You think you and her... Yeah, we'll forget it. She's over it, all right?
Gonna take pleasure in stomping a Kentucky mud hole into that guy later in the game. Anyway, the rest of this video is going to be about collecting the collectibles on our way to the Bolsonov. The way we know the level now is go ahead and get some of this stuff done along the way, so we don't have to backtrack to get them. So we're already here, so we decided to go ahead and get the collectibles here so we don't have to backtrack to get them. Although we will be coming back to this ship, I believe in Chapter 7, do the satellite chips or something to that effect, but in Chapter 7 there are no collectibles as far as your, if you look under your chapter selections, you'll see that there's just nothing there. So all that stuff was really related to Chapter 4. I don't know why it's set up like that, but it is. Okay, so once you get outside, right here in the launch bay area, down in this gully, is an
You
artifact.
guys hear this?
Make sure to
My
grab
radic's picking
that.
up some kind of
Again,
looping message.
It sounds encrypted. It's coming from the
these
research
are all the
vessel
collectibles
CMS
you need to
Reedy.
get for
This could be
Chapter
really
4.
important.
If I
And
get a chance, I'll check
since
into
we're
it,
already
Santos.
since we're
Isaac out.
already here, there's no sense backtracking to this area. And right there, that's one of the satellites. We come back for Chapter 7, but Chapter 7 is just about getting out here, getting your tracking chips, and then moving on. Just be cautious of the mines that are floating around out here, but then go ahead and make a beeline to get all your stuff. Okay, this compartment right here, I believe, has a weapons part in it. And you don't even have to like shoot the door to get to it. You just get up to it. I told him, like, I could collect this part and not even shoot this. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Okay, so from that window in the side of the ship, just go ahead and right on this same row here, there's a couple more windows you can shoot through. Get some general loot. Okay, so now that we got the stuff out here, we're going to make it to the little shuttle here and head over to the Bolsonov, but we're not going in. Once we get over there, there's quite a few collectibles in that particular area before we go in. So you want to make sure you grab all that before going into the Bolsonov, so when you leave, you can just head over to the Greeley from that point. Okay, so when you get out here before heading to the Bolsonov, right like in front of us below is that big piece of ship with the number 6 on it. But as you get closer to there, this thing will spawn up and start shooting things at you. So you want to take it out as soon as possible.
What the hell? Isaac, head for that
Okay,
ship.
so once
sure we
that's
can get in?
down,
Yeah,
go
just head
straight
for the
to the number 6, and you can see those 2 breakable windows there. One of them has got some collectible in there, and the other's just got some general loot. So you want to head to them and get the stuff in there. Okay, there's our weapons part, so get that. Okay, now on the back side of this piece of ship, or whatever you want to call it, is a door that you go into. But be cautious, there's one of those things that like to spew mines out at you, so you gotta take that out as well. It's definitely easy to get disoriented down here when you're floating. You can hit your RB button, I think. It kind of sets you upright again. Get your artifact, and then you'll have a storage crate in here. As soon as you activate it, there's going to be one of those enemies that drop down on you. Alright, so that's going to wrap up all the collectibles getting up to the Bolsonov, so make sure to grab all that before heading there so you don't have to backtrack for that. And then head over to the Bolsonov, and then we'll get into that in the next video. Okay, so that takes care of the second part of Chapter 4. And we're going to get into the optional quest, the Balsanov here. Again, this is a co-op only one, but we are going to get all the co-op optional quests in as well. And we will see you on that one. AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Hope you're finding these hardcore videos helpful.
We're not getting any.
Okay, hardcore on Dead Space 3. Best thing to do is to save the game to a zip drive at the end of every chapter or any place that you think you may die. You want to just go back to the dashboard, go under system settings to storage, go to your hard drive, go under the game, Dead Space 3. You'll see the slot for hardcore and just save it over to the zip drive. And now if you happen to die, what you do is you go back to the dashboard, you go into your hard drive, and you delete that one save spot, and then go to your zip drive and copy it back to your hard drive, and then you're golden. So basically what you're seeing here is to save it to your zip drive. If you do die, you just reverse the process to put the game back on your hard drive, and you're good. So don't sweat the hardcore, just follow this step, and if you die, just do that.